What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Always Occupied Home and Product Reviews. And in this review, well, this ain't really a review. I'm so used to saying that. So in this video, this vlog, or whatever you want to call it, I'm just going to go ahead and give y'all the real, all right? My Mercury Sable has finally kicked the dust. Yes, the G-Wagon. The G-Wagon is done, you guys. It is done. The transmission has slipped on me. Now, you know when you're in the turning lane and you know you got the green light, you're going to turn. For some reason, the transmission slipped. Now, I don't know whether it was raining or whatnot, but the transmission slipped. I am not an aggressive driver, you guys. I drive conservative. I'm not aggressive. There's no point of being aggressive in a 24, 25-year-old car, okay? Now, I had it for over 10 years. The car did its job. The only thing I could put blame probably on myself was I never really did no transmission maintenance. I never kept up with the oil, changing the oil and the transmission filter and stuff like that. But I have a mechanic friend and he told me it may be the torque converter. So the car don't go in no gear, none, zero. And it makes this very whining noise. So I'll give y'all my last, I'll say my last goodbyes on the video. So all in all, it was a sentimental car. You know, it has sentimental value. It didn't have no financial value to it. All right, so this is one of those daily vlogs, you guys. I will change the oil on my truck. I will be using the truck, and my wife still have her Camry. Now, we was already in the market for getting a Highlander. So for the past months, I've been looking at Highlander prices. I'm looking at the market. I'm looking at the market go down. Used car prices are going down. So yes, I have been looking at that. So all of that is blah, blah, blah. I'll get into that in a little bit. Right now, I got some bird food. I'm going to feed the birds. I'm going to feed my flounder over there, little beta over there, give her some food, and we'll get into our last goodbyes with the G-Wagon. So yeah, enjoy the movie. All right, time to feed the birds. Now, this brome feeder is obviously catching rust because of the squirrels. So yeah, nothing you can do about that. This one is getting a little bit of rust, but not too much. Once again, squirrel scratches it and yeah, it happens. So off to the next. Time to put these up. All right, let's go ahead and hang these up. Got seeds for the birds. Got some nuts for the woodpeckers. Where I'm gonna put this? I'll put this one over here this time. Put this one in the front. I'm gonna have to show the squirrels some love too. Let me give the squirrels a little something, something. If you wanna feed squirrels for cheap, go to Sam's Club, go to Costco. You can get a whole, what is this? A 5-pound bag for like $4. Cheap. And guess what? You can eat the nuts as well. Gonna put it right here under the feeder. Man, I need to clean this garden up. Man, I cannot wait till the weather comes back, you guys. I cannot wait till the weather comes back. All right, that's it for that chore. All right, you guys, let me put these nuts back up. And let me go ahead and address my flounder. Give her some food. All right, so here we go. We have Flounder, Nemo, whatever you want to call her. Oh, she's pooping. She is pooping. That's a big poop. Wow. Oh yeah, she's hungry. She's moving towards. So let's give her a little something. All right, she is eating. I know she's kind of like in the dark, but she has a little bit of light right there. Sometimes we put her on the island so she could get some light. Other than that, that's her life right there. All right. I got the whisperer back out. And it don't whisper. All right, you guys, so the next chore for today is to get rid of the dead bird that's been on the steps for the whole winter because it was just too cold for me to do anything. It's actually still cold outside, but you know, so I have a dead bird right there. No, right there, right there. So the dead bird is there. Let's see if you could get closer to see it. Oh. Oh, right there, you guys. There goes the dead bird, and it's decapitated, super decapitated. And I'm going to go ahead, throw that out back. It looked like someone been eating it, or it's just been going away, and the head is off of it. So yeah, it's kind of disgusting. So I'm gonna throw away what's left of it. Yep. Another chore is to get all these leaves up out of here. Y'all don't need to see that. All right, you guys, so we are done our daily chores and you know all that good stuff. So basically it's the end of an era, you guys. The Mercury Sable is done and there she goes out there. So she is done. She can't move. It may be the torque converter. It's definitely the transmission. Yes, I can drop the transmission, blah blah blah, and do all that stuff, but do I really want to do all that? Or do I just go ahead and spend a couple thousand, get another car, stuff like that? You know what? Let's go ahead and shoot to the car, do a last review in the car. All right, you guys, so we are in the Mercury Sable, the good old wagon, you guys, the G-Wagon. And we have to say our goodbyes. We are at 161,000, well, I'm just gonna round it off, 162,000 miles. 162,000 miles when we got the car, which was me and my grandmother, rest in peace. When we got the car, we was basically establishing her credit back. She was getting back on her feet and stuff like that. And yeah, so basically I co-signed for her for this car, and you know, she chose this car because it was either this or a Pontiac, and I told her to pick this car and she picked this car. So, you know, and it done its job, you guys. The car is 25 years old, well, 24 years old, depending on whenever they manufactured, 1999 or 2000. It's 2024 now, and it's just now kicking the dust. So there you go with that. And yeah, so not too much happened to this car. And for what I could say, we grabbed it at like 90 something thousand miles. We grabbed it at I think it was like 98,000 miles. That's when we picked it up, and that was back in 2013. So that's why I said we had it for, you know, 10 plus years. Well, I had it for 10 plus years. My grandmother passed away back in 2017. So yeah, so the main things that basically happened with this car was fuel pump. What else? We had some vacuum leaks a couple of times. We solved those problems. We solved the fuel pump problem. The water pump, y'all saw me change the water pump. What else with this car? Okay, we had an air condition issue. We fixed that. We changed the actuator. We changed the pressure switch. So as far as the issues with this car, oh yeah, I did have a radiator hose. It wasn't really a hose, it was like a T, like a Y or a T. So a radiator Y or T, whatever you want to, no, Y. A radiator, like the, you know, the Y connector, you know how pipes have the Y. So one of those cracked and radiator was spilling everywhere, and you know, and we solved that issue. So all of that was solved. So basically, out of the 70,000 miles that I had it, nothing happened, basically. I mean, well, the fuel pump, which will probably cause a mechanic might charge you like $900, depending on your car. Dropping the fuel tank on this car is not really that hard, you guys. I'm gonna be honest. The car was very reliable. The car was reliable. I could say that. For the car almost getting to 200,000 miles and not too much happened. Now, one thing I wish I would have I should have just kept up with the transmission fluid. I should have did its changes, like maybe like, you know, every 2 years, you know, or 3 years, maybe I should have just gone ahead and, you know, did a little transmission fluid, you know, filter change and stuff like that. I just never really got into it. I should have, but you know, it is what it is. So the car won't go in any gear at all, like no gears, zero. It won't even acknowledge nothing, no gears, which is insane. I have never had that happen to me with any car. So, and I didn't really have too many cars to do anyway, so blah 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 blah. But anyways, so for the people that, you know, that I was helping out with the Mercury Sable content, salute to everybody who was watching those videos. Hopefully they continue to watch that. People who have Mercury Sables, yes, there's people out there who still have Mercury Sables, you guys, old ones. They watch the content. So I mean, other than that, yeah, so that's basically it that happened to me in this car, you guys. It wasn't really too much. Y'all seen that I used this car for DoorDash. I used this car for Uber Eats. I used this car for Roadie, Amazon, what was that? Amazon Flex. I used this car for everything. I ran this car to the ground, you guys, and this car withstood all of that wear and tear. So yeah, that was pretty nice with that. So the car did allow me to gain enough funds to purchase another car. So I can get another car. It's just, what car do I want to get? And the car I want to get is just another hoopty. You guys, I want to get another hoopty. I'm not into getting new cars, you guys. Now, my wife, she is looking to getting a Toyota Highlander. She don't want a new one. She says she's good with getting something old, not too old, but you know what old is, like 5 years or something like that. I won't let her get nothing too old. So, and I'm not going to get nothing too new, because everything new nowadays is too much electronics in it, and you know, it's a cause of disaster. But if it's Toyota, you might just be fine. So I mean, other than that, there's nothing else left. I mean, what I'm going to do with this car, I am going to donate it and then just write it off on taxes, you guys. That's probably the best thing you can do. If you have a car with a blown motor, transmission up, I advise you, don't even waste your time trying to sell it on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, or, you know, just go ahead, donate the car. However you write it off for taxes, it's best to go into your next tax season with a good donation. That will look good for you at least. And other than that, that will be it, you guys. The G-Wagon is done, you guys. No more content left for the G-Wagon. So we will find another car, maybe two. I need a hoopty though. I do need a hoopty. I need a hoopty so I can get back to doing my money. I could get back to the money. Other than that, you guys, that will be it. If y'all have any other questions, comments, concerns about the Mercury Sable, I will try to make a playlist to put, you know, from what I did as far as, you know, the work I did, changing the spark plugs, and just what else did I do? I changed the brakes, I changed the spark plugs, all that stuff. I will try to put that in the playlist, and yeah, so that's it. It's goodbye to the G-Wagon, and yeah, catch y'all on the next. That's not even a review. This is just a sit down and chat with me. So I catch y'all in the next video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.